Okay, so today we're going to be talking about cells. So first to start off, we need to talk about the cell theory. And the cell theory is made up of three principles that apply to all life and cells. So the cell theory states that all living organisms are made up of cells. Um, Cells must come from pre-existing cells, and all organisms must be made up of one or more cells. So again, this applies to all cells. Um, yeah, okay, so we have two types of cells, and these are prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Um, the first picture that we see right there is a prokaryotic cell, and then the one on the right is a eukaryotic animal cell. So prokaryotes have no internal membrane. They have circular or naked DNA, and what that means is that um, the DNA is not wrapped with histone proteins. They have ribosomes, which are small, and they are mainly unicellular, and their cells are typically very small. So again, right here we have a picture of a prokaryotic cell. Um, yeah. The second type of cell that we have are eukaryotic cells. So these are mainly multicellular and they are membrane-bound organelles. Um, they have large ribosomes and they're typically larger cells, and they contain DNA which is wrapped with histone proteins. So on the side right here we just have an animal cell. So now we're going to look at the differences between plant and animal cells. So just as there are differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, there are differences between plant and animal cells. And both of them fall under the category of eukaryotic cells. So on the left here we see a plant cell, and then on the right we see an animal cell. First off, we can just visibly see one difference, and that's that plant cells are typically more rectangular, while animal cells are more circular. Um, while So plant cells have a cell wall, and they also have a cell membrane, but animal cells only have a cell membrane. So remember, the cell wall in the plants is going to develop during cytokinesis during cellular division, and this is going to split the new cells apart, but animal cells do not have these. Um, Another difference is that animal cells contain centrioles, and these centrioles are going to be really useful for cellular division, but plant cells do not have these. And another obvious kind of difference between plant and animal cells is that plant cells do have chloroplasts, which are going to allow them to undergo photosynthesis, but animal cells do not. This is why animal cells must rely on other means to find energy. So now we have some review questions. Take about 30 seconds to answer these. Okay, so list two differences between eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. So there's numerous, but some of the main ones we can think of are that prokaryotes don't have internal membranes, while um, eukaryotes do, and they have membrane-bound organelles. And prokaryotes they usually have circular or naked DNA, while eukaryotes have DNA that are wrapped with histone proteins. Second, what is the endosymbiotic theory? So we didn't talk about this, but you should know what this is. And basically, it's a theory that says that organelles that are currently in eukaryotic cells may have at one point been um, uh, individual organisms. So it just suggests that many organisms may have evolved into one organism after creating a symbiotic relationship with each other. And organelles that are typically associated with this theory are chloroplasts and mitochondria, and we can see that because they are able to produce their own food.